Hi everyone, today I want to talk about the parent-child relationship. How are we relating to our children? What are we teaching them? What foundations are we laying for these children? Recently I shared an article on my page about a girl who went on her father's computer and found out that he was into pornography. Is that the kind of things we want our children to find out about us? Or are we sitting with them and actually help them build up and learn about what relationship is truly about? Are we really showing them how much we care and love them? Are we really laying the ground rules? And are we actually stepping up as the mirrors they look up to? I have ventured on Facebook recently into joining several groups of teenagers and those in their 20s just to kind of tweak their brain and see what they think about life and how they deal with life. And most of these groups all talk about, sexual relationships and not really the issues of life and how to deal with life. Some of them come on and talk about how much they hate their parents. Some of them talk about how they experienced their parents fighting and how this has kind of been damaging to them. Are we really setting ground? Are we really setting good grounds for our children to step on? How are we? What impacts are we having on our children's lives, positive or negative? Are we, because we're divorced and separated or single, teaching these children to hate than to love? What lessons are we leaving them with? What is our legacy that we'll leave these children with? These are some of the things I want to talk about today, and I hope I'm able to reach out to other parents and actually help us think through and think about setting up aside time to sit with these children and teach them the basics of life and basic principles that will lay a foundation for them to um, move on with as they grow up in life. How are we as mothers teaching our daughters? I go online, like I said, in these groups, the girls take on role models like Rihanna and Nicki Minaj and Beyonce and Miley Cyrus. How about the mothers being the role models for these girls? I'm not saying that we're not there, but I'm saying we need to do more. We need to do more to help these girls. How are we as mothers teaching our daughters that it's not okay to just hop on every guy that comes their way and open their thighs to? How are we helping them know it's not okay to get pregnant at a teenage age and mess up? Some of you might say, well, that's their destiny. But the reality of life is it's what you teach your child will grow up with. If you don't teach your child that she needs to close her legs to every guy that comes her way till the right man comes, then you're actually leaving her to go out there and get pregnant. Are you teaching her that it's okay to take contraceptives while still a teenager, and not really teaching her that it's necessary to know how to deal with men out there? Don't let your life be a reflection of your child's life. Some of us have been through as parents, and sometimes these children, all they see is the pain that we carry, and indirectly we deposit this pain on the children, and all they do is hurt, hurt, hurt. Because we are not together with our ex-spouses doesn't mean that we should now teach our children to hate their dads or their moms and feed them with negativity than positivity. If you are no longer together with your ex-spouse, you should teach your children to still love them and to still help these children understand that things didn't work out with you and your ex, but the reality is you both still love these children, and your children don't have anything to do with what happened to you both. I think that is very, very essential to let your children know, hey, mommy and dad had issues. It's not about you children. It's about us. And still be friends so that these children can see that, yay, my parents are still friends even though they're not together. Don't start to sit your daughters or sons down and tell them, oh, your father or mother is bad. Oh, your mother or dad is mad. Oh, your mother or dad is insane. That is teaching your children to hurt more and teaching them to hate the other parent. It is not necessary. It is not. It's very very uncalled for. I think we should just sit these children down and teach them the basic foundations of life and help them in life. How are we teaching our sons to treat women? Are we just letting them ill treat every woman they come across? Are we teaching them abuse? What exactly are we teaching them? How much time are we spending with these children? Are we leaving them to play Barbie dolls as girls and think that, oh, putting up, patching up everything with makeup, dressing up is okay without helping them build up their self-esteem and teach them the basic principles in life? Are we leaving our sons to games, computer games, and teaching, letting them learn how to be violent with some of these games? Or are we actually spending quality time with them and teaching them what it is to be a man and how it is to treat a woman when the time comes? My son and I do date nights. I'm just sharing from my experience so that you can learn some of the things we do. Because if I don't share my experience, then you might think I know nothing and I'm just blabbing away. My son and I do date nights. We go to restaurants once in a while. I teach him we sit at the table, we talk, and those are some of the things that you can start doing with your children. On Saturday mornings, he personally likes to bring me breakfast in bed. I only taught him once. I never really taught him all the time to do that, but he does that. And some of you might think, oh, that's so Western culture. No, it isn't. It doesn't have anything to do with culture. It has everything to do with love. You show your children how to treat other people, and that's exactly what they will do. They will learn respect and know how to treat other people as well as how to treat women and treat elders. But when you don't lay the ground rules, your children will never know. They just think it's okay. Some of us are so used to having nannies watch our children 24/7 while we work and while we party away. I'm not saying it's not good to socialize. I'm just saying that you need to dedicate time to spend with your children and teach them the values of life. What are you teaching them about the worldly issues? Some children don't even know what's going on in the world. They can't even name the next country to the country they live in. They don't know about other cultures. They don't know how to accept anybody outside their race or outside their culture. That is so, so wrong, people. We have been conditioned in our own generation to do some things, but we shouldn't condition our children the same way we are conditioned. We actually should decondition ourselves so that we can face the real issues of life and deal with reality than hide behind facades that we put up. Some of us teach our children that it's okay to hurt and pretend to the world that everything is okay. No, that is so wrong. Let your children know what pain is all about. Let them know that it's okay to experience pain or hurt once in a while, but they will heal, forgive, and move on in newness. Are you attending school? If your children are in school, are you attending school events with your ex-spouses? It's very necessary when you see your ex-spouses outside, especially at school events, to act as friends and keep it real, so that at least other children around your child can say, "Oh, their parents are not his or her parents are not together, but I can see they still talk with each other." And you don't leave that room for friends to actually abuse your children or bully your children on the long run. The foundations we build with these children are very, very important. Don't just teach your children it's okay to look good on the outside while the inside rots away. Beauty starts from inward outward. Outward beauty is vain. It doesn't build up a child's character. What builds up a child character is what you enforce and what you help that child learn on the inside, and help that child build on esteem wise and character wise. I hope I'm reaching out to some parents today. When we were growing up, you could get whooped by any mother, that any of your friends' mother, and trust me, they will come back to your own mom and report you to your own mom. So it wasn't like you were getting whooping from one mother that wasn't yours. You were getting whooped by every mother and every neighbor if possible. Nowadays, we parents don't like to hear our friends tell us the truth about how we're raising our children. Once a friend says, "Oh, I saw your daughter do this, or I saw your son do this. I think you should talk to your son or daughter," they become enemies. But reality is, if the things that they're talking to you about are the things that you aren't doing as a parent, and if somebody has to call you out to help you realize this, I think you should take it as a good criticism and work on it. Please, people, let's take time and deal with our children and teach them the values and morals that they need to know, and not leave them to learn from the world. Because learning from the world might have detrimental effects on these children if we ourselves don't teach them and lay a solid foundation. I hope I'm helping somebody out there today. Again, go out, get my book, Love, Sex, Lies, and Reality on Amazon.com, Amazon.co.uk, Amazon worldwide. If you're looking for an ebook edition, it's on the Kindle as well as on iBooks, Apple iBooks. For those in countries where I cannot reach at the moment, I'm working hard on trying to get my book available in every country possible. I'm trying to just make sure that we leave the next generation with good, solid foundation that they can grow up with. They need our help than we think we do. Thanks again, and talk to you soon.